Hello, my dearest friends. Today, the biggest world's me, like the New York Times, the Wall Street Journal, the Guardian, and all other, was focused on the situation in Russia, about the military problems with Yevgeny Prigozhin and private military corporation Wagner. But you could be in all the details of the situation if you subscribe on my channel. Here, the freshest, the most objective information about Russia. So, Elon Musk made few funny pictures, few memes, how girls sleep, just angel baby, girl who sleep, and how boys sleep, they fucking don't. The boys are monitoring the situation with the Wagner coup. But Elon, you can sleep now, fell asleep, and it's no problem because Wagner coup has finished. Yes, that just has gone. Let me tell you some details. Wagner Group chief Prigozhin says his fighters are turning back after their advance on Moscow plunged Russia into crisis. It's a strange sentence about the crisis because of Prigozhin and because of that situation, that story, but Russia is in state of war about a year and a half. War between Russia and Ukraine, maybe Russia and whole the NATO who supports Ukraine. So just 2 days around the Moscow and Prigozhin, it is not the reason of crisis, actually. Okay. Mercenaries are halting their travel toward Moscow and turning back from the city, Wagner Group leader Yevgeny Prigozhin said in an audio message Saturday, after a day of mounting tension in Russia as Prigozhin's forces advanced in the direction of the capital. His statement appeared to signal a possible end to the immediate crisis. Prigozhin said his forces had gotten within 200 kilometers of Moscow, and now we turn our columns around and leave in the opposite direction to the field camps according to the plan. The Washington Post couldn't immediately clarify his whereabouts. It's another strange sentence. Actually, no one should knew where Prigozhin was. It was a top secret information. That was a question of his life. Highly accurate weapon, missile could just blow him up, and that's all. So no one knew, even now, where Prigozhin actually is. I don't know. Washington Post is a interesting media. Okay. Prigozhin called his forces movement on Saturday, which began after Prigozhin called for Russians to join his campaign against President Vladimir Putin's military leadership, a march of justice. And yes, it was really a light situation. As for me, that could be much more tough and spooky, maybe. Here's a Wagner Milita who just speaking with locals, yes, in Rostov-na-Donu city. So they just eating something in the Russian cafes, and no shooting, no explosions, almost how the how the march of justice is less than a dozen, less than 10, I think, victims of that situation in general, including the humans who try to attack Prigozhin himself and his humans. So it wasn't something terrible, actually. And yes, Prigozhin said, literally, now is the moment when blood can become a reality. So, understanding my responsibility, I getting my forces back, and we end that situation. But that's not all. Actually, it was a negotiations between Prigozhin and really important Russian officials. Has been involved Mr. Patrushev, Mr. Lukashenko, the president of Belarus, the head of office of president of Russia, Vaino, and I believe the next president of Russia, Mr. Dumin. Mr. Dumin is the head of Tulskaya Oblast, Tulska state, maybe, to the capital of region is Tula city, and he is a governor of that place, and he was a private private guard of President Putin for years, and he's close to Putin, and he was involved in that situation. But what's the reason? It's not obvious reasons for that involving. Only if Mr. Putin don't want to make the Dumin a hero, to show his force, to show his character, maybe. And in next video we will discuss that situation, who is Prigozhin, who is Dumin, what will happen next. So subscribe, press like if you like, share as well. See you later. Bye.